Oh, you know what? I forgot that you gave me a name. But I did call, and they had no clue what I was talking about. I called.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. This evening I am going to demonstrate the jerk turkey. This is my third time here demonstrated. Last year kicked off very well, and I hope this year it will be much better. I've seen old faces, new faces. Welcome on board. Not going to talk too long because I'm sure some of you really want to get into the real deal. My name is Charles Henry. I've been a chef for 35 years. Cooking is my passion. You know, I often say to young boys and girls who want to be a chef, the question that I always ask, why do you want to be a chef? And what I did, I tell them that, look, if you want to be a chef for money, stay home, stay in school. The only thing you get being a chef is, I spell it this way, W-O-R-K, work. Long hours, less pay. So stay in school. But if you have a love and a passion for it, take it on. And that's why I've been a chef for 35 years. I discovered that a lot of people do not wash their poultry.
That's gross.
I discovered it. And that, I hear someone always said, that gross is too good word to describe it. And the first thing that you need to do is to clean your poultry. If I take a volunteer over here and you smell this turkey before I clean it up, this is one place it's ready for, is it trash. So the first thing I always do is clean my turkey. And how do I clean my turkey? Vinegar and lemon juice. Yeah. There is a next problem with people that stuff their bird. I recommend it, and I also do not recommend it. It's all a bit controversial here, for one simple reason. Because of the juice that goes into the stuffing. Most people stick their thermometer, or the thermometer that comes inside the pop-up, the turkey. A lot of time, that popped up is just a certain portion, about 7/8 of that bird is properly cooked. The stuffing inside is not cooked, and that will cause big problem, cause contamination. So you need to stick your thermometer inside the stuffing, not the breast only. So just a little tip right here. Free tips tonight. Another thing, a lot of people having problem is just like chicken. You ever see someone roast their chicken and right to the leg, where the leg and the thigh meat, tissue there, it's raw? That's another danger. You do not, when you are going to roast it, you need to cut those joints. You need to cut it. It's one of the hardest spots on your bird to cook. Between the leg and the thigh, that joint. So you need to cut it. So if you notice, I cut this one. Okay? And you cut both of them. I love fresh herbs. I was trained that way, and I'll always be that way. So I have some fresh herbs from my garden, along with some of the Grace Kennedy jerk seasoning. I also had some fresh chopped garlic, fresh chopped onion, jerk season, and it all mixed into olive oil. I mix it all in, and I love my bay leaf. I love my bay leaf. So I put a little bay leaf in there, some fresh thyme. You could stick an onion, some celery, just stuff some vegetables inside here if you're not going to use any stuffing. Then, I'm getting real technical now. I mix all of this with some olive oil. See, I go right between. Right between, see? Those of you on that side, right between. Everything inside, because I already punctured some wound inside the breast. You know, I'm not really a good butcher on this. This is just basically the basic tips I'm giving you. You rub it all over. Not going to spend much time with this because I know a lot of you are hungry and really want to taste the real deal. How is that? Then I have some soy sauce all over there. And as I said, I'm not going to work for all of this. I just sprinkle my little seasoning all over it. Based with that, then I wrap this bird, let it marinate for about 3 or 4 hours. Or overnight. Overnight. Now, there are 2 ways I do this bird. I can cook it, bake it in the oven, or roast it in the oven for about half an hour to let it set in, and then I can remove it and finish off on my barbecue grill. Because that smoke is very important. Well, it's coming on the winter now, or probably winter. You may not have the barbecue grill out. So what you can use, chef tips or secret, some liquid smoke.
Barbecue sauce.
No, the barbecue sauce is going to take away from it. Get for the real deal. Some liquid smoke, and you could marinate it into the liquid smoke, and you get a nice flavor. One of the big things with a jerk turkey or any jerk meat, it is the smoke and spices and herbs. That's the big secret for any jerk meat, whether it's pork, chicken, fish, whatever. And that is one of my country authentic meat.
And the important thing with deep frying is that the bird can't have any water on it, because any of you know water and oil, they don't mix too cool. So the trick is to make sure that the bird is thawed out and thoroughly dry. And I mean, like a little baby, give it a good wash and dry it properly, and it won't catch cold. Basically, this kit has an injector. It won't do for anything else other than poultry. The needle's not fine enough, so don't get any sort of cool ideas. It won't work. And there's some spices and there's a marinade. I've made my own injectable marinade. This is what this one has in it. It has some Bermuda Special, and it has, I don't know who the agent is for this, but I like it. And what the other ingredient in this, in fact, Cynthia said that she has some recipes. This is there. This recipe, when I got this recipe, it called for a dry sherry. Well, this is Bermuda. You can't do dry sherry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, use the real deal.
Yes,
man.
yes. Don't mess around. Anyhow, this is orange juice, black rum, and the ponzu mix. And basically, you inject it. So I'm going to finish drying the bird. And again, depending on who you listen to in which magazine or which website, some people just say pierce the skin and inject the liquid in. Sometimes when you're deep frying a piece of meat, the skin shrinks, so the more punctures, in my opinion, for what it's worth, the more times you puncture the skin, the more it's going to rip. So I try and stick the needle up the leg or down in the breast meat and then pull it out as I inject in. So that's kind of what I'll do. And there's nothing complicated about it. You can see how the meat is swelling up as I push the and you can make, you know, if you find a recipe that you really like, you can make a bunch of it. It's it's like Chef Charles's spices. You can make a bunch of it as long as it's covered in olive oil. You're safe. I've got the oil on. The particular unit that I'm using tonight actually takes 3 gallons of oil. You can save it. You need a big container, but you can save it. So it does take a lot of oil, and it takes about a half hour with this particular unit to heat it up. It's a trick, right?
Yeah.
Does everyone know it?
It's a trick.
It's like elbows. If you're worried about the wings catching in something, what you take the wing and you bend it round backwards. It's like the bird's easier to do. Trust me. Okay. Other than adding some spices to the outside, again, this came in that pack. We're being kindly sponsored by Durkee and Grace. But again, because of this, I have a good friend who's a chef. And you all probably seen Chico's Smoky Rub. I believe in it. It's good stuff. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that on. Another important thing is safety, safety, safety. This is 3 gallons of hot oil. You want to be careful with it when I can't stress enough, it comes with instructions. There's a booklet in this particular model here. This is a lower model than this. You could do fish and chips, any sort of lower frying. You can make jambalaya in that. It's just a method of cooking outside. It's a big pot with a basket. The oil is up to temperature. They don't give you a mitt, but use them, because if you get any splatter, and they give you a hook. So basically, pick it up. You want anyone to come closer and just see what's happening? Keep touching. Watch out. Now this is almost a 16-pound turkey, and in the fryer at 350 degrees, it'll cook in about 46 minutes.
Yeah.